Yeah, if you email me, Martin at dl.software. Serious inquiries only. Can't believe these stocks are down 50% each. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's what I expected, but I'm also like. And this morning I woke up. This is why I'm like a little out of it. I woke up at like 4 or 5, and I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I sat down and thought about it, and I was like, because they were down last night after the close, like 10, 20%, and I was like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because it's a huge decision. Because if you buy now, you can make 10 or 20% if they're going to rally right back. You can say, the market shrugged off Jensen's comments. Big deal. So I sat there and I said, what do I do? It's a huge position for me. Do I cover? Do I press? Do I do nothing? And I don't know if this makes any sense, but this is the way I thought about it. I looked at, so my main position was IonQ. My second biggest position was Rigetti. Then I had like a little QUBT, a little QSI, a little these other dog shit ones. And I looked at QSI, okay, and LAES, which I don't even know the name of this fucking company. I looked at these guys, and I was like, hold on a second. This chart was like, up to here or something. I forgot where it was. It was like over here. And I was like, if this stock has already retraced most of the parabola. So like a parabola is just a math equation. But basically, once you do this on Wall Street, like it's possible what happens, not on Wall Street, but in a stock chart. And I'm not a chart guy, but it's possible this is what happens, right? That's happened, right? But like, as you go down and down like this, like you don't see usually this happen. And once you get down to like here, bro, it's over. Like you're almost certainly gonna do this or that. Especially if the volume was like really high here, and it's like, oh shit, it's over. So like once the parabola started to be like, okay, we reached the top, and depending on the parabola, like these were even spikier. They were like this. It's like once you're down here, like nobody's buying this relief rally. Like there's no fundamentals. So you have to take the fundamentals into context too. And I hate charts. You guys know that. I hate looking at charts. I almost never look at charts. But when I think about it, I'm just like, once the parabola starts, it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because what ends up happening is the people that bought up here, we have a name for them at this channel, the people that bought up here, down here, they feel really stupid. And they may either get margin called, some of them will buy more, some of them sell, some of them hold. But like ultimately it results in a self-propagating process that results in kind of a drop. And I know that's self-evident, but the thing about, I guess the thing about it that was interesting to me was that IonQ, okay, was like at the time, this morning when I had to make my decision, IonQ is like this. And we all have seen stocks that have rallied like from there, right? We've all seen that. It happens all the time. You think you got the short, it has a small fade, and it just recovers and goes up even higher. In fact, that happened to us with Rigetti and other stocks, many other stocks. It almost happened to us with Sava, it happened with AVXL. Like, it's just what happens. But I said to myself, okay, that's true for IonQ, but if this other stock, QSI, has already done this, one of two things is going to happen. Either they all come back at once, or IonQ is just a laggard and it's going to drop the same way QSI is dropping. And I said, there's no way that QSI doesn't make widows out of everybody that bought it, because QSI is not even a quantum company. It's just some shitty little company that has the word quantum in it. So if that stock's down and recovered most of its parabolic move up, then IonQ has to match it at some point. So anyway, that was my thinking when I came to that. Some of you this morning probably heard me on Godel saying, what's going to happen? Like, is this just something where we cover and like fight this stock for the next 6 months, or is this something where it's over? And that's kind of the clue that helped me. This LAES. Look at LAES. I mean, it's like almost completely. The parabola topped at 11. It's at 4. I mean, that's a 60-70% peak to trough in a few days. So to me, it wasn't likely that this would recover. Although, we probably have seen it once or twice in the history of the markets, but it just doesn't seem like that was going to recover and INQ would recover and all these other stocks would recover. It seemed more likely that INQ would just come down as well. So that's how I made that decision. Again, 6 cents, maybe just random, who knows. I also have been increasingly bearish. There's a nice chart the other day about forward PE and returns. S&P returns, sort of a correlation between forward PE and S&P returns. It was on X. Of course you can't find it. Search engines are hard this way. Maybe I'll look for this here. S&P forward PE. Yeah, this will come up. This is it. Wow, that worked actually really, really well. So this is I guess I should have retweeted it. So this is the current forward PE for the S&P 500 is somewhere like this, 23 times. And you can see the next 10 years, what the average returns are. They're 0 or negative. And the point I've been making for a while is if you have two back-to-back 25% up years back-to-back, what are you going to do? Have another 25% up year? Markets don't work that way. Stock markets don't work that way. They're never that good. The only time markets do really, really well is after a period of kind of a lull. And we just went up 50-60%. Like, we can't keep going up. I mean, anything can happen, but it's a bit of a scary thing. And then I was also scared seeing the DJTs, the stuff happening in crypto with meme coins, the stuff happening with quantum, the stuff happening occasionally with biotech, AI, like SoundHound, that's not even AI, MicroStrategy, like all this stuff is bubble shit. And eventually bubble shit has to burst. Anyway, subscribe to Godel, godelterminal.com, and subscribe to the channel. I try to stream every day. It's a little exhausting. What I usually do is I go through the stock picks that the people on Godel want me to look at, and I try to do those. So tune in tomorrow. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. This has been a grueling month for me, financially, emotionally, etc. Came out on top, but it was tough. Love you guys.